All right, Shalom Israel. Back with another GMS on the go. I'm Brother Nakam. I'm with the Raleigh, North Carolina camp. Before I go any further, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakar Kodash. Next up, double honors to the apostles and other great millstone, teaching us this 1,000,000% truth for the Bible. And a double shalom to all the sincere Aquans throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and righteousness and sincerity to the best of your abilities. And we're going to get into a lesson on what is sin and who the law is given to. So without further ado, the first scripture I'm going to get is 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. And it reads, "Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law." Right, so sin is transgression of the law. Sin is going against the law. So if you're eating shrimp, pork, crab, lobster, you're sinning. If you sleep with the next man's wife, vice versa, you're sinning. If you're defiling the temple by smoking weed, cigarettes, black and miles, and so forth on, you're sinning. If you're lining your hairline up, lining your beard up, shaving off your beard, shaving off your head bald, you're sinning. If you're indulging in sodomy, you're sinning. If you're worshiping all these false gods who are no gods, such as Caesar Borgia, Allah, Buddha, the Hindu goddess Shiva, Santa Maria, you're sinning. If you're celebrating all these pagan holidays such as Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, 4th of July, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, your mother's birthday, your father's birthday, you're sinning. If you're marking your body by putting tattoos all over your face and your body, you're sinning. And everything I just named is sin, and that's transgression of the law. That's going against the law. So I'm reading that from the top again. This is 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. "Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law." Right. Now it said whosoever. A lot of people see that. A lot of people see that whosoever and take that and run with it and say that whosoever is talking about any and everybody, meaning anybody can sin, anybody can transgress the law. But that whosoever is only for the nation of Israel. Only the nation of Israel can sin. Only the nation of Israel can transgress the law, because the law, statutes, commandments of this Bible is only given to the nation of Israel. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And we're going to prove that the law, statutes, commandments of this Bible is only given to you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. First scripture I'm going to get is Leviticus chapter 26, verse 46. And it reads, "These are the statutes and judgments and laws which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua made between him and the children of Israel." Right, so there it is. It said these are the statutes, judgments, and laws which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua made between him and the children of Israel. So you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Americans, you're the one who get the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible, none else. So when you go back to 1 John 3 and 4, and it say whosoever, that whosoever is talking about you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Americans. So only you can sin, only you can transgress the law. Because right, it just said right here, once again, in Leviticus 26 and 46, it said these are the statutes, judgments, and laws which Yahweh Shemashah made between him and the children of Israel. It didn't say these are the statutes, judgments, and laws which Yahweh Shemashah made between him and the so-called white man, or the so-called Duty Africans, or the so-called Arabs, or the so-called Chinese or Japanese, or the so-called East Indians. It said these are the statutes, judgments, and laws which Yahweh Shemashah made between him and the children of Israel, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. It reads on, "In Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses." Right, because Yahweh Shemashah led you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans out of Egypt into the wilderness in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses. And that's where you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans received the law, statute, commandments of the Bible given from Yahweh Shemashah to get to Moses to give to you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Americans, who are the real biblical Hebrew Israelites. You see? So I'm going to get another precept just backing up Leviticus 26 and 46, showing you how the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible was only given to the nation of Israel. This is Psalms chapter 147, verse 19, and it reads, "He showeth his word unto Jacob." Right, it said he showeth his word. And what word is it talking about? This King James Bible, this 1611. And it said he showeth it unto Jacob. Jacob represents you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the real Hebrew Israelites, because Jacob's name was changed to Israel after he wrestled the angel. It says his statutes and judgments unto Israel. So once again, the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible was only given to the nation of Israel. It didn't say he showed his word, his statutes and judgments unto the so-called white man, or the so-called Dudean Africans, or the so-called Chinese, Japanese, the so-called Arabs, or the so-called Dot-Head East Indians. It said he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and judgments unto Israel. So once again, going back to 1 John 3 and 4, when it says whosoever, the whosoever is talking about it you so-called blacks, Latino Americans, you Israelites. So only you can sin, only you can transgress the law, because the law was given to you and you only.